Welcome back to the channel. So today we've got the 2024 M4 Competition xDrive Convertible. Obviously it's quite the mouthful, and we're doing this right after Car Week and maybe the remnants of Hurricane Hillary above us, although we don't have any rain nor wind. But in front of me, this M4 is an individual Daytona Violet, a heritage color if you will, that I think first appeared on maybe the E34 M5, then E36 and E39, part of the individual color palette, so available to view as a customer on the M3 or M4 at a cost of $4,500. So this is a store inventory car. This is specced before we couldn't get bucket seats anymore without having a customer sold vehicle, as well as some push from the GM to lower the cost of these builds. So we've got the optional laser lights. See right there, the way to go. And this is the last model year of the M3 or M4 with laser lights available. So the LCI for the 4 Series happens for model year 25, which means the M3 and M4, which share a front end, will have that same front end from the 4 Series, at least the basis of it, not necessarily the grills. Those are unique to the M3, M4. You can see we have the parking assistance package right here. Do not have the driving assistance professional package down here. Sensor's not there. M4 competition badging in gloss black. Pause right here for that gorgeous view of Daytona Violet. Of course, Daytona Violet, I'm guessing the Daytona Violet, which I'm pretty sure it is, named after the Daytona International Speedway, which now also includes Daytona Beach Blue, which was formerly Mexico Blue. So over on the side, we have the Style 825M wheels, bicolor, which I think look very striking against the Daytona Violet. We also have the red M compound brake calipers. Now, of course, that's really a choice aesthetic thing here. Maybe black calipers would have been better, but I don't think blue would have gone really well with it. We also got, quote unquote, stuck with the curly P0s on this one. I'm going to take a step back with our top currently up, so we'll have another walk around with the top down, of course. But again, a soft top, so gone is the hard top from the previous generation, F83. Let's take a look at the calipers at the rear. You can see there's no M clip in there. So pretty consistent so far that M badging has disappeared off the rear caliper. Then out back we have our xDrive badging up here, so obviously adding to the weight and ruining your 0 to 60 times. M4 competition badging in gloss black. The exhaust tips are in gloss black because this also has the shadow line package, which is default on the competition. You can choose to remove that, so it'll be extended shadow line trim deletion will get you chrome exhaust tips. And then we'll make our way inside, go over pricing and options on this gorgeous Daytona Violet. All right, so opening up, we have the full Silverstone merino leather with the optional carbon bucket seats. I think the way to go. Of course, it's going to be a choice on whether or not you fit in them and can stomach getting in and out of them on a daily basis. But if I'm speccing the car, I'm getting the bucket seats. But I think Silverstone, a very good combination with Daytona Violet. You could be very bold and go with Kilami Orange, which would be another fantastic choice. I don't think I'd do that for an inventory car, but I think it'd look really good. So, seat belts, stitching here as well, and then your pull handle here for the bucket seats on the M4 to get into the back. We'll do that shortly. All right, on the inside, our standard M steering wheel. M1, M2 buttons in red, and this has got the carbon fiber interior trim, which gets you not only this little inlay here, but also the shift pedals in carbon fiber. Again, for store inventory cars going forward, this is basically going to disappear. I've been told to not spec carbon fiber interior trim on store inventory cars. Of course, I drive 8 in front of me. The rest of the curved display, carbon fiber trim, as well as the dashboard in merino leather. Heads-up display because it does have the executive package. Moving to the center console area, got our drive selector with the embossed M emblem, as well as stitching here on the gear selector. And all these buttons here basically are sort of hotkeys to get to different things in the menu. So gone are the days of pressing this traction control button to turn on MDM mode, or pressing and holding for about 10 seconds to turn off DSE completely. Now it brings up a menu where you have to do it in the iDrive menu. Same with the My Mode. You'll have to use the iDrive controller or touchscreen to select which mode you want to be in. Setup, of course, brings up the setup menu for all the controls for either the M1, M2 configuration or on-the-fly controls. All right, so let's go over pricing and options. So starting price of the M4 Competition xDrive Convertible is $91,940, so quite expensive. So Daytona Violet adds another $4,500, and the Silverstone Black Full Merino Leather is another $2,550. Parking assistance package for $700. The exec package for another $1,300. xDrive Professional for $900. Shadowline lights for another $300. Carbon fiber interior trim for $950. The bucket seats for $4,500. Laser lights for $1,000. Then we got the floating hubcaps, all told MSRP of just under $110,000. So obviously a very pricey build, but you get this gorgeous exterior color and the bucket seats. Let's go ahead and drop the top here and just press and hold this down. That will begin the process of dropping the roof, which takes about 15 seconds. I believe you can do it up to speeds of 29 miles per hour or so, but movement is almost done. And you got your gong. It is now complete. So let's take a step outside. All right, so here's the view of the back seat. We're going to use the pull handle here, and the seat will go forward, allowing you to access the rear seats. So obviously with the top down, getting in and out of the car from the rear seat is really easy. You have another climate control zone back here, but no USB-C ports back here for your rear passengers. So knee room and leg room, again, pretty decent. But obviously if you have the standard sport seats, that room's going to be reduced. And of course, with the top down, headroom is no issue whatsoever. But a very gorgeous view, and just look at the backs of these seats. Fantastic looking. All right, take a view of the back seats up here. So I think the one complaint I have about the coupe, and in particular the convertible, is that, so this sort of buttress, if you will, goes in a lot, which means you have reduced shoulder room for your rear passengers. And then basically sort of pushes the passengers towards the middle of the vehicle, which can be a little bit uncomfortable for larger shouldered people. All right, make our way to the back here, and we'll pop the trunk here. Again, no kick to open. And here's what the trunk space looks like with the top down. Again, this partition basically has to be down in order for you to fold down the top. But, pretty decent, but you should know what you're getting into when you're getting a convertible. All right, take a slow walk towards the hood so that you take in Daytona Violet with the top down. All right, so hood up. Underneath is the S58 inline-six 3-liter twin-turbo engine, 503 horsepower and 479 torques. And I'm looking for the placard for individual color on the vehicle, I actually don't see it. So maybe that's been removed for many of these individual color cars anymore. So I think sort of a disappointment that you can't pop the hood and have the placard saying in the individual and give you the name and color code of the car. I don't see it up here either. A little bit disappointed. So I imagine it saved a little bit of weight to offset the xDrive badging. All right, and we'll pause right here to take in the drop top M4. But that's it for a quick tour around it, and we'll see you at the next video.